1, 2, 3, 4. Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, yeah. Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, yeah. Oh, baby.
Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Dylan. Welcome back to Dylan's Couch. So today I'm going to tell you a story. But unlike most stories I tell you, this one actually has a point. So please hang in there till the end, okay? So I'm at home and we have one of those color printers that also makes copies. So I'm using the copier to make a zillion copies of, well, let's just say it's something that my parents would not have an appreciation for. It definitely was not my homework. Some might even say it was inappropriate. But funny. Very funny. You get the idea. So I'm making all these copies, and my dad's only like 10 feet away. And I guess he got kind of curious. So he calls over to me and says something like, "Hey Dylan, what do you make so many copies of?" So I'm like, it's for this group I'm organizing. And he's like, "Oh yeah? What kind of group?" So I'm trying to hit the stop button to get my copies out of there before Mr. Curious comes over there to check them out himself. And I hear myself saying, "A volunteer group? Why would I say that? Where does this stuff come from?" And he's all smiling and he's like, "Really? Wow. That's great." And just at that minute, just as he's starting to get up, turn around, and walk down the stairs, I hear an awful noise. That's right. The paper jammed. Now, there's like 1,000 notes taped all over the printer that say things like, "Do not remove paper jams," or "Get down with a paper jam," or "Don't forget what happened last time you removed a paper jam." The list goes on and on. My dad is totally paranoid that I'm going to destroy the printer. Just because one time I took apart a printer with a screwdriver to get rid of a piece of jam paper, and I couldn't get it back together. You destroy one printer and your parents will never let you forget about it. Pity. "Not to worry," he said. "I'll do it." He then started reaching around to the printer for the jammed piece of paper. I was just standing there knowing he was going to find the jammed sheet. And soon he would find out I wasn't really printing a flyer for a volunteer group. Minutes passed. He finally found the piece of paper jammed in the back of the paper drawer. Took it out, uncrumpled it, looked at it, and found it was blank. The printer hadn't printed it yet, so I was saved. "Thanks, Dad," I exclaimed. I then scooped up my copies and bolted for the door. I would have gone away with it too. But then I heard my dad call my name. "Hey Dylan," he said. "Don't forget this." I turned around just in time to see him holding up the original. I had left it on the glass! It was only about 3 minutes until I was sitting across from my dad in his home office, being lectured on honesty, integrity, and paper jams. He then dialed my mom's work number, but he got her answering machine, and it said something like,
"Hi, this is Dylan's mom. I can't come to the phone right now, so I'm away. Please leave a message after the beep. Goodbye."
And then he left a message, and I quote, "Hi, honey. I just wanted to let you know that Dylan was misusing our printer today and caused a paper jam. It was a very serious paper jam, but I managed to clear it. But more importantly, I wanted you to know what he was copying." He looked up at me, cleared his throat, and said, "You see, he was running off a bunch of flyers. It seems that Dylan is trying to put together his volunteer event, and he's trying to put together a team for it. I'm sure he'll be very impressed with what he's doing, and I'm sure he'll be very happy to talk about it when you get home tonight." So when he hung up, I said, thanks, I think. So when my mom got home, She was all psyched that I was planning this thing. I mean, she was acting like I was Gandhi or something. She was all proud and she said, well, you're gonna get in trouble with Dad for making a paper jam on the printer. I guess it's the right kind of thing to get in trouble for. And then she asked me what I had in mind. What kind of volunteer project I was thinking of. And before I could stop it, an answer just blurted out of my mouth. I was thinking of organizing a YouTube volunteer day. And that's how this whole thing got started. You see, now I've had time to think about it, I think it'd be actually kind of cool to do this thing. To get all the YouTubers to volunteer on the same day. Wouldn't that be awesome? So here's the info. It's called YouTube Volunteer Day. It's on Saturday, August 2nd, 2008. It's a day for all YouTubers to make a difference. Visit www.youtube.com/cinemafreaks or www.youtube.com/volunteerday for more info. So that's the idea. Go do volunteer work on August 2nd, and don't forget to make a video about it. You can also make vids now and tell people what you're going to do that day, to share ideas. Send videos to the account I set up for this, username Volunteer Day, and I'll add them to the favorites section of the page. Oh, and if you can't do it that day, maybe you do it some other time that week. Don't decide just not to do it. Send me an email if you have any questions, and we'll try to come up with some answers. You can email me at volunteerday@gmail.com. I told you this had a point. A point. A point.
Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, yeah.
So that's the show, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4. Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, Dylan's couch, yeah.
I forgot to sing.
Dylan's couch.